Hi Ham Fam, welcome back to our channel. Unfortunately, we've been dealing with COVID-19. We've had a couple of the kids test positive for COVID-19. So I've been very busy trying to nurse them back to health. It's viral, obviously you all know that by now. So it just pretty much basically has to take its course. I'm about to get Caitlin some soup. She doesn't have very much of an appetite. Jordan, he hasn't really lost his appetite, so he's okay with eating what everybody else is eating. The challenge is going to be trying to keep everyone else in the house from getting sick. This is a very infectious, transmissible variant. So hopefully this doesn't spread throughout our entire house. We were all obviously exposed. So this one is going to be a little bit of a challenge. It is easier to keep the teenagers isolated in their rooms. However, when it comes to the younger ones, the smaller ones, it's a bit of a feat because at their age, they kind of want to be around people. They want to be around their parents. They want to be around their siblings, and they don't want to be isolated in a room. Obviously, Caitlin and Jordan, they're teenagers, they're fine. But it would be a little bit more challenging to isolate the younger ones. So I'm praying that we're able to get through this. Continue to pray for us, Ham Fam. We love you and stay safe. We have 2 people in the house that tested positive for COVID-19, Jordan and Caitlin. So I've got soup for Caitlin because she's not really wanting to hold anything down right now other than something light. Jordan, he can't eat solid, so Caitlin cannot right now because of the nausea and dizziness. She's just not feeling up to eating. I've got here 2 baggies with zinc, vitamin C, and vitamin D, and I have a baggie for each of them. And Katie's taking the albuterol right now. So I'm gonna go and deliver this with 2 of them, and of course they're drinking plenty of water. I'm pushing the water on them. Anyways, it's been a busy few days here. I'm trying to avoid it running through the entire house. As you all know, we have a large family. I'm wearing a mask right now in the house. And when Caitlin and Jordan are having to come into common areas for any reason, I have them wear a mask as well. However, for the most part, they are isolated. They are in their rooms. They do have to come out sometimes to go to the bathroom and do things like that. So it's gonna really be challenging over the next few weeks, I suppose, to keep everybody from contracting COVID-19. But this is what we're dealing with. So hi guys, welcome back to our channel. We just wanted to come here and give a quick update on what's going on. The last video we put out was the Christmas Day video. So just wanted to give you guys an update and also to welcome some of our new subscribers. Welcome, you guys. Thanks for joining our family.
Well, I just want to welcome all of our new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. We're always glad to have your subscription and your support. And to all of our YouTube subscribers that have been with us throughout the years, we're glad to have you. Thanks for being here.
We truly appreciate all of your love and support.
To put it all in a nutshell, our whole family had COVID. All right.
Hi.
So starting about 2 months ago, I got sick, and I got so sick that it lasted about 5 weeks, Doretta?
Oh, 5 or 6 weeks.
5 or 6 weeks. I just could not shake this. The theory is that I was patient 0, so the next person that caught it was Purcell.
I actually was sick during Christmas. I hid it under all the excitement, apparently.
Which was the wrong thing to do because he said he was having symptoms on Christmas Day, but he didn't tell anybody, so we were clueless.
It's Christmas. I'm not gonna ruin Christmas. Don't do that, though.
Yeah, that wasn't a good idea.
I did.
He did ruin Christmas, but besides that.
He didn't ruin Christmas. How did he ruin Christmas?
Where's the Grinch?
It was after Christmas.
It was a joke, okay?
Everybody got sick after Christmas. So Purcell was sick during Christmas. He claims he started his symptoms on Christmas Day, but we didn't know about it.
I had coughs, I had chills, sneezes, had sore throat too, and yeah. I mean, that's all I had.
He seems to have cleared it. Sam seems to have cleared it as well. However, Caitlin, Jordan, Sarah, and I are still sick. The two smallest ones in the house, Joshua and Charlie, for whatever reason, they're not showing any symptoms. They didn't catch it. I tried to isolate people. It was extremely easy to isolate teenagers because you put them in their room, they're fine, they're playing video games, they're talking on the phone with their friends, and nobody's calling them on to do anything. So I guess they were like in heaven.
It was painful for me.
You know, it was painful for the people who were catering to you guys, and then everybody would just
We were like
go to
room
the
service.
doors, knock on it, room service, and run quickly away. So that's how, you know, they were living their lives for the past 10 days, Caitlin and Jordan. So they're actually trying to recover now, I suppose, because a lot of their symptoms have subsided, except for Jordan still has the persistent cough and congestion. Katie still has the persistent cough and congestion as well. Other than that, the other symptoms subside, and I'll let them tell you guys about the other symptoms.
Joretta and I got vaccinated about a year ago. And then we got a booster shot in November.
Right, it was just actually just before Thanksgiving.
Before the holidays.
We were boosted.
And then Caitlin and Jordan got their booster shots.
No, they weren't boosted.
I mean, not their booster, their initial COVID vaccines.
Caitlin and Jordan had vaccines back in June.
In June?
Right, they were
Okay.
fully vaccinated with the Pfizer back in June. Like Sam said, he and I were fully vaccinated and we were boosted. The week of Thanksgiving, we actually had the booster.
So everyone in the household has been vaccinated at some point.
Right.
I think you and I are the only two that have the booster, right?
Yes.
And everyone else just has the initial vaccine.
Right.
So Caitlin and Jordan's followed us, like Joretta was saying, in June. Purcell, I'm not sure when you were vaccinated.
Yeah, he was a little
It
bit
was like
later.
It was a week before I was gonna be enrolled for.
So it would have been July, sometime in
So
July.
he was
Summer.
vaccinated in July, and
Mhm.
Charlie and Joshua were vaccinated also before the holidays,
fully
right?
vaccinated, yes,
Like-
with second dose.
With their second dose, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
And then what about Sarah? Sarah was around the same
Sarah-
time as Charlie and Josh, right?
Sarah was, okay, I don't know if she was vaccinated at the same time, was she?
No, she was vaccinated a little bit before.
Okay. All right. But anyway, the bottom line is we're all vaccinated, but someone brought this evil virus into our house, and I'm not sure who it was. But anyway, it's kind of making its rounds, and we're probably all going to end up with it
Yeah,
at some
I mean-
point or another.
It is likely that Charlie and Joshua are too young. It's highly likely that they have it as well, but they're just asymptomatic. So right now they're not showing any symptoms. So after Sam, it was Purcell, and then Jordan.
So the day after Christmas, I woke up and my throat was hurting a little. I assumed it was from like the screaming, or because Imani and Jamal were complaining about having a sore throat a few days before. And I ate after Imani, so I thought I just had a sore throat like them. But it turns out that I had COVID, but my throat was hurting, and I assumed it was from like Christmas. Until I put the pieces together, I'm like, oh, maybe I just have a sore throat like them. Until one day I was on FaceTime with my friend and my sister and my cousin. And then we were all playing a video game, and I started feeling so sick that I couldn't even play, so I just laid in my bed while they were playing. And I fell asleep on my bed, and I was telling my sister how I might have to call out of work because I feel bad. And I just decided to like sleep through it and see what happens when I wake up, because we didn't know that Purcell had COVID or anything. Because Purcell didn't tell anybody. So when I woke up, I went, and then when I woke up, I was feeling even worse. So I went to my mom and I was like, oh, I feel sick, blah, blah, blah. Then I went to go get tested, and they said I was positive. So yeah, then I went home. And then my mom made me stay in my room for a few days.
Actually, you've been isolated for 10 days and you just got out yesterday.
Anyways, yeah, my room was boring. Video games get boring after a while. I started reading and stuff.
And then the next person was, I'm not sure what's funny, but the next person, Katie.
From
You
the
just said
trauma.
reading and stuff like that would have to be. That's the only alternative you had left.
Right. Okay, so that's what's funny. So anyway, Caitlin was the next person to get sick. Actually, the day that Jordan got sick, since his test turned up positive, I took everyone to get tested. And Caitlin's was negative.
That day when Jordan went to go get tested, I did go to work. I still went to work. When I heard Jordan got positive, actually that same day, I left work because I didn't want to expose anybody else. So I left work and I went to go get tested and I was negative. So I thought it was fine. So I went back to work the next day and I was okay. But then the day after that, which was New Year's Day, while I was at work, I started like coughing like a lot and I like couldn't stop it. And I was like, okay, there's definitely something wrong. So I told my sister, and then when I got home, I told my mom. And then as the night like progressed, I just kept getting like worse and feeling worse. Like I started feeling like dizzy and then nauseous, and then I just like couldn't bring myself to get up out of my bed. And then the next day, I went to go get tested, and my test came back positive, even though the test I had like 2 days before it was negative.
Right, and I think it was negative 2 days before because one, the rapid test that they take in the office is not exactly. Sometimes it has like a false negative. It has I don't remember what the rate is. Maybe it's not very accurate. That's all I can tell you. It's not 100%. So when she took the rapid, and obviously she was already exposed, she was already infected. I just think your viral load wasn't high enough for the rapid test to pick it up. So 2 days later, it was able to, obviously her viral load was high enough to pick up the virus. So her test came positive.
I had chills. I was coughing, I had congestion, nausea. I kept feeling like weird fluctuating temperatures. And I was sleeping a lot.
Yeah, fatigue. And Jordan, you had the same thing, right? You had the chills, you had
My throat was hurting.
the sore throat.
It was like I was freezing cold, but I was sweating at the same time. My bones were aching.
The body aches, yeah. They both had the body aches as well.
But the worst part was definitely the headache.
I didn't get a headache, thank God. The
Right.
coughing was it still is annoying.
Yeah, I didn't get any headache either.
Anyways, but we're all vaccinated, so I feel like we didn't get as bad as we could because the vaccines still do work. I feel like we all didn't get as bad as we could because we are vaccinated, but I really don't want to know what it would feel like if I wasn't vaccinated.
For all we know, if we did not have the vaccines, one of us could have died. So, or some of us, we never know.
We don't ever know, yeah.
You have to take the safest choice, which I suggest you guys take the safest choice too, especially during these times.
Right, it's a personal decision. We're not trying to encourage anybody to get vaccinated. We're not.
I am.
Either way.
I have stocks in Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson, so please by all means knock yourself out.
Don't take the vaccinated.
He's joking, of course.
Me and
He is joking.
Governor DeSantis.
We're not for or against. It's a personal decision. You make your own decision
Right.
as to what you want to do as far as the vaccinations are concerned. You make that decision for you and your family. And even though I had Caitlin and Jordan isolated, somehow Sarah also picked it up as well. She was the next person to start showing symptoms. But what I think is everybody was already infected. I think that other people just started showing symptoms later, depending on when they were exactly exposed. And there's no telling when the person was actually exposed. Because I know the night that Jordan wasn't feeling well, Sarah, Charlie, Joshua, everybody was in his room playing video games with him. So obviously he was showing symptoms that day. Everybody was exposed to him, but we just didn't start showing symptoms. Other kids didn't start showing symptoms until, different days. That's their symptoms started to actually appear.
I still have chills. I had a
throat pain, my throat
Scratchy
hurt,
throat,
a scratchy throat. It felt like I had strep. That's the best way I could have explained it.
headache.
I had a headache, I had a cough, and I still have the cough. I have congestion, and I still have congestion. I had a runny nose, and I have a runny nose, and I can't.
That's pretty much.
I have a runny nose, and I also still can't breathe out of my nose.
It's pretty much what I had. Everything except for, did you have a headache?
The only thing I didn't have that they did, the only two things was nausea. I didn't have nausea or achy bones. I didn't have
But
those.
you had the
Oh wait,
headache.
I did
You
have.
did have nausea.
Okay,
'cause
I had
to give you a
achy
bucket.
bones, and I had nausea. The only thing I didn't have was dizziness. They had dizziness, and I didn't have dizziness. And I did have achy bones, and yeah, so.
So right now, Sarah is actually, she doesn't have asthma, but she's on an inhaler
Two
because,
inhalers.
yeah, 2 of them actually, because normally even when she has a common cold, it tends to go bronchial. So the doctor just wanted to cover it just in case, and to keep her lungs open, because obviously COVID is a much more aggressive upper respiratory virus. So we just wanted to cover that so that she doesn't develop any breathing problems. My symptoms just started maybe 2 days ago.
Yeah, about 2 days ago.
About 2 days ago. And obviously we've been wearing masks around the house. Sam doesn't, he's already cleared it. Purcell doesn't, he already cleared it. Obviously you can be reinfected, but their antibodies are probably high enough that that's not gonna happen right away. The only thing I have is a cough, congestion, and headache. That's, oh yeah, my throat started hurting. The first day, that was the first symptom that I had, was actually the throat. My throat feels fine now. After a couple of days, the throat situation went away. I think I'm on my 3rd day, right, of symptoms. So yeah, Sam's reminding me of my symptoms. He's whispering in my ear, reminding me, yeah, I did have a backache. I still have the backache now. I'm not sure if that's associated with it, but I'm grateful to God because I feel like my symptoms are very mild. I do have the nagging cough that's still here, and the runny nose and the congestion, but so far, by the grace of God, they've been quite mild. And I'm also grateful to God for anybody who's coming in contact with the new variant. And what is the name of the new variant? Omicron.
It's
right.
Omicron.
So that just happens to be, it is the most contagious of all the variants. And I suppose that's why everybody's catching. It's like every other person that I know has COVID right now. It's very, very infectious. Not that the other variants weren't, but this one is even more so.
It's less severe. Like the intensity of it is not as threatening to your life, and it's a more milder strain.
Absolutely.
But it is more transmissible.
I read an
Yes,
article.
it's way more transmissible.
I read an
the other
article a
variants.
while back. I believe like one of the most contagious. I think it is the most contagious. I don't know if most contagious, but the measles. And it was like Omicron was up there with the measles. I think it was more contagious.
More contagious
than the
than what?
measles.
Yeah,
And I
I've read
believe in-
articles that said that as well.
So yeah, it's pretty easy to get.
Right, very transmissible, but by the grace of God, it's a much milder version so far of all of the variants. So I'm grateful to God that if our family had to face it, that at least my family and the rest of the world, we're facing a much milder version of COVID. So I'm eternally grateful to God for that. There's always something to be grateful for and to be thankful for, and I'm definitely thankful to God that we are facing it, that at least it is a milder version of it.
I also forgot to mention I do have fatigue and I feel weak, and I'm on day 4 of my symptoms.
Right. Okay, so anyway, we just wanted to update you guys, let you know what's going on. Just bear with us, have patience. We will be back as soon as everybody's feeling well enough. Right now, the energy that I do have is to cater to the sick ones because, of course, it's difficult. Sam's still going to work, so he does what he can when he's at home, but mainly I'm there every day with the kids. So I'm having to reserve my strength and my energies to take care of the kids. So I'm hoping within the next week we should be able to start putting out some videos again.
Well, one good thing is we're kind of on the other side as far as most of the younger kids, the teenagers are starting to recover now, so they're able to help Joretta out with whatever she needs help with. So she's not trying to do everything all alone while she's sick. So
Right. Well, hopefully, because like I said, they just came out of quarantine
Right.
yesterday. They
Yeah,
just
but
came out
they're-
of isolation.
but they're always helpful when it
Right.
comes to,
Whenever.
you know,
Right.
whenever they need, mommy needs something, they're there. Right, guys?
Okay. So.
Give this video a thumbs up. Continue to leave your comments. So we love to read your comments.
Yeah, and
We try to
even
answer as many as we can.
if we can't respond to every last one of them, we see all of them. We read every last one of them. A lot of them put a smile on our faces. So please keep the comments coming, and we try to answer as many of them as we can. We love you guys.
If you haven't already subscribed, again, leave a comment down below. Ring the bell for notifications.
Oh yeah, hit that like button. Give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up.
Okay, so
All right.
in the meantime, God bless you guys. Every last one of you, God bless you, and be safe out there. Be safe. We truly appreciate your patience. Thanks for joining us, Ham Fam.
All right. And don't forget to check out our other videos on YouTube. I've got a awesome video coming up on how to make Jamaican beef patties. I want you to check that out. Joretta's working on that now, so look forward to that. Thanks for watching, and bye out there in BoobTube land. Bye.
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 See you next time.